ask questions. Today's show is all about viewer questions, and stay tuned then because I answer questions on retention strategies, employing people, cross promotions, and Facebook Live. Morning, Rebecca Catalano, all the way from Western Australia, bright and early. Maddie Fletcher just had a workout with Maddie and Hillary. Hey, I'm coming to you live today from Atmosphere, which is a really cool gym in, Penrith in Sydney, because I'm just about to have the industry leaders round table for personal trainers here in New South Wales. Morning, Cameron. Morning, Angus. Morning, Eugene. And just had a great workout at this gym. I had to beg them to let me film this here, so I can't really show you around, but there's some pretty cool things here. It's the first time I've been here and people rave about the place. Okay, so this week is all about questions. I'm answering your questions. These all come from viewers of JTInTheRaw, and this is JTInTheRaw show 40, where I just chew the thin on business. Okay, what have I been doing this week? Let me share with you that I've just finished an ebook on what the 2017 consumer trends are and their behaviours. Okay, now this book is not about exercise trends. It's about what the future and current customer wants from a brand. I reckon it's one of my coolest ebooks. I'm really stoked with it, and it's going to keep you ahead of the industry curve if you grab a copy of this. It'll be on sale on our website, on Active Management website, in 2 weeks for $99. Yeah, it's expensive because it took a lot of my time to write and research, but it's good value. You'll get massive value out of it. If you're an Active Management member, silver member, you'll get this for free. We're going to give it to you for free. So if you're not a silver member, pop silver in the comments below. I'll send you the link. Jump on, become a member, and then you'll get it for free, plus a whole lot of other stuff. So yeah, pretty pumped for that. Okay, I've got a shout out this week. First shout out, and I just saw her come online, so it's a huge shout out to Chantal from the Fitness Business Podcast. Last month, the month of January, February, March, we saw a 25% increase in downloads. We had just over 8,000 downloads of the Fitness Business Podcast in 1 month. That is massive, and as a sponsor of the Fitness Business Podcast, I am so excited and so pumped to see the growth of this, and obviously Chantal does an amazing job, but also a huge shout out to all our guests who share so much on that show. It is just fantastic. If you haven't checked out the Fitness Business Podcast, head across fitnessbusinesspodcast.com. There's some really cool interviews. In fact, shows 96 and 97, Chantal and I just chew the thin on the good, the bad, and the ugly of LA Fitness Studios. So head over and you can have a listen to them. I think you'll get some really great tips on a business for you. Okay. Second shout out. Second shout out goes to Lisa Simone Richards. Lisa Simone invited me. Her name's actually Lisa, but because there's another Lisa Richards who's really famous, she adds in Simone. Invited me to be part of her Audience Attraction Formula, which is a free online summit. We did the recording a couple of weeks ago. It didn't come out real good, so we recorded it again this week. And thanks, Lisa, for inviting me to be on the show. Anybody can jump on. Anybody can jump on this online because it's free. So if you put Lisa in the comments below, I will send you the link. It's called the Audience Attraction Formula. And there are 12 people that she interviews giving you tips on how to attract more customers to your fitness business. Okay, so let's get on with the hashtag AskJT for the week. The first question comes from Hatham, who asks, can you please give me 3 tips to tell my staff in the meeting of things we can do for retention through April? Okay, yes, I can, Hatham. First up, I find retention is what I call has a lag effect. In other words, what I mean is whatever you did a couple of months ago is impacting your retention this month. So you said that you had a really bad month in March for cancellations. What that says to me is something actually happened in January, February, even December, and then that is having an effect now. Now that's just my theory. I don't know if that's factual, but what I kind of think is that people don't wake up and go, I'm cancelling my gym membership today. They wake up and they go, I'm cancelling my gym membership because I didn't get value for it back then. So here are my 3 tips for you then, Hatham. First one, it's not one person's responsibility to contact members if they haven't seen them for a while. G'day Sean Lestrange, how you going? See you soon. It's everyone's responsibility, and it really irritates me that people say, oh no, it's the front desk's job or it's this person's job. It's not anyone's job, it's everyone's job. So if one of the gym instructors hasn't seen somebody, they can pick up the phone and call them. There's nothing that says they can't. If a group fitness instructor doesn't see the same person in their class that they always see, then they can pick up the phone and call them. That we need to build that into the culture of our business, that anybody that we haven't seen for 10 days, 14 days, we pick up the phone and make the call. By the way, I've got a really itchy nose. Okay, number 2. I would extract... Morning, Tony. How you doing? Congratulations, Tony, on your new career move. It's pretty exciting for you. I would extract from your software the average length of cancelled membership. What is the average length of your cancelled membership? And that is how long they have been a member before cancelling their membership. What's the average length in months? And then call every member 2 months before that average length hits. So for example, if the average length of a cancelled member is say 7 months, morning Brett McPherson, then you get on the phone at 5 months and call them. I can almost guarantee that phone call will eventually lengthen the average length. They may still cancel, but at least you're going to get another 2 or 3 months out of them, and they're going to feel good about having that phone call from you. So that's my second tip. And the third tip is this one: connect and engage with every. Now, I've got some notes here so I don't forget everything, and every is written in bold, caps, and underlined, so it stands out. Connect and engage with every member on every visit. This means a wave, it means a high five, it means a smile, it means a conversation when somebody comes into the club. Every member is critical, and so we need to treat every member as a little gold nugget, as someone very special. And what I see too much in health clubs is we only talk to the people that we know. So a real challenge for us as gym owners, gym managers, gym leaders is to encourage our team and give them the tools to go out and talk to everybody so everybody feels welcome and part of the gym community. Boom. If you got any value out of that, Hatham, I want to hear about it. But if anybody else got any value or you think you could help any of your team, please tag them in the comments below. Okay, now Chris asks, what tax rules do gyms operate under to allow them not to pay superannuation, which is a key thing in Australia, to their instructors? Whew, what a can of worms you've just opened with me, Chris, with this question. First up, I am not a legal expert. So whether you're an employer or an employee, professional legal advice is my advice. Professional legal advice is my advice, whether you're an employer or an employee. Okay, if you're an employer, good evening, Alan Leach, all the way from Dublin. If you're an employer, I highly recommend EmploySure, who are simply awesome with advice and representation from employers, for employers. So this is specifically a tool or company that will help employers. Their suite of products is phenomenal. It's comprehensive. They'll save you time, they'll save you money, and they'll save you energy. I think I saw that Cindy is on the show this morning, and I know she's just started using them. I've got quite a few businesses that do use them, and they are awesome. So if you like details on EmploySure or you'd like me to connect you with them, just put HR in the comments below and I'll send you the link. But what I think is a bigger red flag from Chris's question for the industry as a whole is examining the backstory of Chris. Now, I know Chris, and he employs people, and he places the rules of his employment of people upon the gym that he's working with. His partner is working with. So he has his rules and he thinks, okay, well, if they're my rules, then that must definitely apply in this business over here that my partner works at. Almost every employer or contractor in the industry will have a friend who is an employment expert, legally or a backyard expert. If you are an employee, and do not have, if you are an employer and you don't have all your employment policies and documents checked, then I think you're living on the edge. And saying you didn't know just won't wash. So I think as our employee base grows, we need to get more professional with our forms and our documents and our policies and our procedures. It's just part of being in business. Sean Lestrange has just said on the comments that he uses EmploySure and finds them very helpful. So I've just written a note here, so get your shit together. Get your HR in place. Okay, question number 3 this week comes from Fiona. And Fiona asked about cross promotions. She says this: I want to offer up to 15 local businesses in the area the chance to have their business displayed on our TV screens in return for promoting our club to their clients. First things first, Fiona, make sure you put a value on advertising on your screens, because if anyone asks, you can then tell them how much it costs, and that becomes a profit center in your business. And number 2, when you go to a local business and you want to do a contra deal with them or a swap, this would normally cost you X dollars, but if you help us, we'll let you advertise for free. Now, I've got no idea what you could charge in each of your clubs or your businesses because they're all so different. But I was thinking, if you did, say, 3 ads a day, say every 8 hours, if you're a 24-hour facility, that's 90 ads a month, charge them $3 an ad, $2.70 plus GST. I reckon that's pretty good. Plus, agree that you'll give a flyer or a brochure or something to every new member for that company or for that business, and I reckon that's a pretty good deal that you'll do for them. So Fiona, it's time you started to get in action and started to find those 15 people. Now, for no money changing hands, Fiona, in other words, if you want to go to them with an offer, maybe you could suggest this. One, solo email, and this is the terminology that people are using in marketing, solo email, which means it only has you in their email to their customer base. You supply the copy, you supply the images, you don't see the database, it goes out from them. A weekly post on their Facebook page for maybe 2 weeks, you supply the artwork. A flyer handed to every one of their customers for 2 weeks, and a poster in the shop window for 2 weeks. There's a nice package where you can compare both what you do and what they do and cross-pollinate. So, and I think that would work out really nicely for you. The people you want to partner with, though, Fiona, are people who have a database or a really strong social media presence, Facebook fans, Instagram fans, or ideally both. Okay, so there's your tip, Fiona. If you found that useful, please tag anybody in the comments below, because I think this is an underutilized, whatever the word is. What is that word? I've got a mental block. An opportunity that's being missed by a lot of clubs. How's that? That sounds better. Hey, Cindy, thanks a lot for putting that comment in about EmploySure as well. Morning, Ben. Great. Okay, and the last question I have got from multiple people, and it's around Facebook Live. And the commonality of, or the common thread between all of the questions around Facebook Live is, how do I do it? Where do I start? What do I do? And from my experience with Facebook Live, there are 2 really challenging parts to Facebook Live. That is, 1, starting, and 2, dropping the need for that video to be perfect. That's it. 2, starting and dropping the need for the video to be perfect. So let's first look at starting. The first thing you need to do if you're going to do Facebook Live is just have a plan. Just write down what you want to talk about and have a bit of a strategy. I have notes. I jot some notes down just so that I know that I'm covering all the points that I want to. But be very clear on what you want to say. Pop some bullet points down and then just do it. Between you and me, don't tell anybody this. I'll come in close. I was shit scared when I did my first Facebook Live show. Shit scared. But now I'm up to show 40 and I've given up being perfect. I just do it. JTInTheRaw, that's what it is. It's raw. You'll get comfortable in front of the camera. I know you'll get comfortable. You just got to start doing it. In regard to perfection, JT in the Raw shows 1, 10, 20, 30, and now show 40 are far from perfect. The internet screws up sometimes. I forget what I'm talking. Like 2 minutes ago, I forgot about the word that I wanted to use. It's not perfect. It's raw information. And research on Facebook Live says that customers like the authenticity, the genuineness, if that's such a word, of being a raw video. It doesn't have to be polished. So just get in and do it. Now, Facebook is putting a lot of effort and a lot of energy into making sure everybody in your stream sees Facebook Live. So it's a great way to promote your business. You can go live from your Facebook page and your fans will be notified as soon as you go live. Great way to communicate, great way to launch a new product, great way to educate and tell people about what you do. As you know, I'm a huge fan of it, so it's pretty cool. And Facebook Live are going to be doing some really cool shit, like you'll be able to get multiple people on. I think you can actually get multiple people on now. So there's some really cool things, and it will help spread you virally. Okay, so now I'm excited to share over the next 90 days, in about 90 days' time, I'm going to be doing some really cool stuff with Facebook Live. So stay tuned to JT in the Raw, like the Active Management Facebook page, and stay tuned for, I'm not sure if I should tell you yet. Should I tell you? Active Management Raw News coming to your Facebook feed soon. Active Management Raw News coming soon. Okay. That ends this week's hashtag AskJT. If you've got any questions about your fitness business you want me to answer, pop them in the comments below or email them to me, send them by carrier pigeon. I don't care how you get them to me, get them to me. And I want to try to make like every 10 shows about you guys and trying to help you. So shoot your questions through. I'll try and answer them on a week-to-week basis, or I'll collate them all and I will answer them all right at the end of the month, end of the 10 shows. Okay, what else? Next week, I'm still finishing that Filex presentation on onboarding. It's going to be a cracker. I've never spent so much time on such a presentation. So I'm feeling really good about it and quite excited. I also need to work next week on the results of the survey that we're doing. We're doing a survey at the moment of gym members. This is for the business summit. So if you're a gym owner or a PT business owner and you would like us to survey your members, I can't break it down because it's all anonymous. But if you would like to participate in the survey and get some ideas from your members and your clients on exactly what they're looking and what they love about your facility, then please just pop survey in the comments below and I'll send you the link that then you can share on your Facebook feed maybe, and we can get some more people answering those surveys for us. We're pretty pumped about that. So, morning Andrew, morning Ben. Okay, what else? Oh yeah, I better go to work now. I better go and do some stuff. Morning, Brian Doyle, all the way from the USA. Hey guys, Brian Doyle's on right now. He's got this awesome product. It's called the Axius Core. Check it out. If you put Axius in the comments below, I'll send you the link to it. I bought it off Kickstarter. He's a good man, Brian, and this is a great product. So give me a yell. Put Axius, AXIUS, in the comments, and I'll send you the link to check out this really cool functional training thing for your core. Of course it's core. Okay, so before I head off to the New South Wales PT Industry Leaders Roundtable, where we're going to be talking about first quarter of sales. The whole focus today is we're going to unpack how these guys went in their sales for the first quarter. We're going to find out what their good percentages are, what their bad percentages are, and how we can improve to come up with best practices for a sales approach in a PT business. Yeah, baby. Andrew says, survey, will we get some of the members' insights? Yes, you will, Andrew. We'll send you a complete copy of all of the surveys. So these are people across multiple clubs, but I'll send you a copy of the results of the surveys for sure, definitely. Okay, so before I finish, you know what it is? It's quote of the week time. Quote of the week. Am I the only one that gets excited about quote of the week? Surely you guys do too. Give me a thumbs up right now if you get excited when I talk about quote of the week. Come on, give it to me. Thumbs up. Okay, no, just joking. Quote of the week. If you wait for perfection, you'll never start. Let me say that one again. If you wait for perfection, you will never start. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to JT in the Row show in the row. JT in the Raw show 40. See, it's raw. I make mistakes. JT in the Raw show 40. Next week, show 41. Not sure where I'm going to come from. Next week is Good Friday. So happy Easter. I'll be coming to you live Good Friday. I don't know what I'm going to talk about, but I'll see you then. Remember, quote of the week. If you wait for perfection, you'll never start. Thanks, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later.